Oh. Wow. That was unexpected. Well, you didn't waste any time.
No, I've been up, man. Couldn't sleep. I think 11 hours in the camper was enough.
That was wild.
Yeah, the wind. I don't know how you slept, but
Not great.
yeah. My watch said I got about 5 hours, and I was like interrupted like 35 times during that 5 hours.
Yeah, at some point I didn't know if I was in a tornado or an earthquake.
Yeah. Not the best night's sleep, but the views don't suck.
Wow, this is crazy. Well, good morning from our second day on the Mojave Road and our first full day on the Mojave Road. We had a massive windstorm come through last night. We retreated to our tents at 7 p.m. last night after we got here. Didn't even really cook dinner, just had some charcuterie type stuff and didn't sleep much through the night. It was the most interesting night in the tent that I've ever had. It was wild. The plan today, got the dogs eating, and as soon as they're done, I'm putting the tent up just as fast as possible, and I think we're gonna retreat to the safety of our Jeeps and head out and see what we can find today. I did not expect this canyon to be right here in the Mojave Road area. It's beautiful. We got here after dark. We knew there was a canyon here, but didn't really know what to expect. How long did you say this windstorm was supposed to last?
I mean, all day is what the warning thing said, and I looked at the weather, and it was showing 25-mile-an-hour winds pretty much all day into like tomorrow morning.
Well, hopefully we can find some place to camp that is a little sheltered from the wind.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I could use a better night's sleep for sure.
Well, we're off, and I apologize now because any audio outside of the Jeep is going to be complete garbage.
On a positive note, it keeps the dust out of the way.
Well, that is true, but it also gets sand in my teeth when we're at camp, so it's kind of, take the good with the bad, I guess.
Yeah, it's like it's improving the teeth brushing, makes it just a little bit that much better.
I'm super pumped to see what we're gonna find today. I was really surprised to learn that the Mojave Road, or back then the Mojave Trail, dates back to the 1700s, and probably even before that, as this was a Native American trail that they would use to get from water hole to water hole. And then in the mid to late 1800s, it became an official road, and Congress did whatever they do, and it became, they built a road primarily for the military to get from Los Angeles to Fort Mojave in Arizona, but it also became, you know, the key connector point back then to go from Arizona to Southern California. So there's just a ton of history on this road, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got several miles just cruising across this plateau, and then we get into some more of the mountainous areas. I have no idea what I'm going to find. No clue. I do love driving through these Joshua trees. They're just so unique and just kind of looks like Dr. Seuss created them. I think a Joshua tree would definitely be a Dr. Seuss kind of tree. It's really sad to be driving through this section with all the burnt Joshua trees. This is from the York fire just back in 2023, so less than 2 years ago. Sad. Mojave Road pretty much bisects the Mojave Preserve east to west, but there are a massive amount of trails that crisscross the preserve. Just a ton. So if you've got the time to spend in this area, I mean, don't just zip down the Mojave Road, which is exactly what we're doing because we do have a deadline. But spend some time out here. I spent some time in different areas of the preserve last year, but I think we only crossed the Mojave Road. We never spent any time on it. So I've seen some of the other parts of the Mojave Preserve, and it is absolutely fantastic. There's so many opportunities to explore, all kinds of history, petroglyphs in places, caves in places, or lava tubes. There's a lot here, and it is definitely worth your time to spend some time in the Mojave Preserve. We were driving along and saw this cabin in the distance. No signage or any history markers here, so no clue what this was. A little bit of a fixer-upper, needs a new roof. Let's see what kind of amenities we have on the inside. Broken bed frames, pile of box springs, big pile of box springs. I think the stove has seen better days. Oh, no clue what this building was for. Definitely looks like some sort of house. Oh, there's the fireplace out back. Odd place for the fireplace, considering the rest of the house doesn't surround it. Huh. I wish there was a sign or something that said what this used to be. That's really cool. Can't imagine living out here in the summertime. That would be brutal. Tons of cactus everywhere. But I love the design of it. Very rustic. Well, once again, we turned a corner and now we're out of the Joshua trees and all the big Ocotillo cactus, and now we're just cruising through the more open desert. Oh wow, okay, this is getting a little more interesting. Well, that was fun. The sketchiest part of that was actually trying to set up the camera, because walking on that hillside was basically like walking on BBs. I almost busted my butt once. It was very difficult to find traction with the feet. Well, this is cool. A little different than up on the higher portion of the plateau. Right after we got off that little trail, there's a spot with a restroom and another cabin up here to check out. A little picnic table. Apparently this is the start of some hiking trail going down into the canyon. Wow, apparently there's a nice spring down there. That'd be cool to go see, but not today. And this is the rock house. Wow. A dude who's in World War I, exposed to poison gases with scarred lungs, came out here to get away. That's crazy. Desperate attempt to regain his health. Yeah, live for another 25 years later out here. Oh wow, this is... They got furniture and everything in here.
Some kind of rats or mice or something.
Yeah, definitely.
That's for sure.
Milo, Izzy, come on. Oh, nice little cabin. And what a view off the porch. That's beautiful. Well, after the Rock Spring cabin, looks like you hop on the Mojave Superhighway for just a little while. That apparently was partially paved at some point. Interesting. Washboards suck. Ugh, that's so bad. I don't know how well it's coming through on camera, but looks like this is the road we take for a little while. It just goes all the way out there in a distance. Man, it just looks so vast out here. Some sort of sand dunes in the distance. Not sure what those are. But this open area is just incredible. just crossed over a major highway that goes north and south through the preserve, and as soon as you cross the highway, the road changes back to the Mojave 2 track. We're just going to take this all the way in the distance. It's so crazy.
Just remember this, because it was not that fun in the camper.
Well, apparently this section of trail is just a whole bunch of whoops. Whee! At least they're all pretty uniform.
In a long travel IFS vehicle, this would be a blast.
Yes, it would. You can do a lot more than 15 miles an hour. Just cruising down the Mojave Road. The whoops have gotten a little less. Still some here and there, but not like they were. But it's real beautiful out here. I think this is kind of the section where there's not a lot of history on it, not a lot of places to stop. That's a cool place to camp. Wow, that would be awesome. Well, it looks like we're back in the land of the Joshua trees. Whoa, that was deep. That drop off came all of a sudden. Well, it's 11 a.m. and from a mileage standpoint, we're halfway through the Mojave.
Okay, we're moving pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't know if it slows down on the western side. Honestly, there hasn't been as many places to stop as I thought there would be.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention last time I did it. I mean, I was just following along with the group, so we just stopped where we stopped. I didn't really, kind of see, how far apart stuff was. I mean, I know somewhere up here there's, a mailbox or something. I thought that was somewhere along this area, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's somewhere along here. Plus, there's some big pile of rocks.
Big pile of rocks is out on Soda Lake.
Well, it looks like we have made it to the mailbox. And it got really rough here, too. Is there anything in it? Oh, yeah, random stuff. Water bottle, little notebooks. We're trying to keep the United States flag in proper condition. Oh, that's cool. I Snoop on there. Oh, put Snoop back in. So does this have any historical significance or just something someone in the desert did?
It probably has some significance. I'm the wrong guy to ask. I'm not the history guy. I'm also not the geology guy, in case anybody's wondering.
Apparently just past the mailbox is the Frog Shrine. You know, because reasons. Frog. I bet there's not a frog that lives out here. We got a frog crossing. There's some cool frogs in here. If I'd known this was here, I would have brought a frog. Alright, well that was cool and random. Desert people do weird things. It's just someone decided to put a frog there one day and everybody else decided to do it too. Well, I mentioned earlier about going out and exploring the preserve, and also mentioned that I have Kara's tracks that they did last year. Well, I was looking, and here in just a little bit we're gonna intersect another road, and it looks like from there they just started zigzagging everywhere, deviating off the actual Mojave Road. And I looked, they put 244 miles in the preserve, and I definitely don't have the fuel for that. So I have just enough to get us off. Not a lot of extra fuel to wander. So, but I know they had a blast. Well, we stopped here at the Lava Rocks for lunch. We are entering the area of the Mojave Preserve that there are lava fields and lava tubes. And it's very different than where we've been. Little chicken salad for lunch. That's real good. Oh no! The wind is dying down, but it's still there. Not near as bad as it was last night and this morning. Maybe because we're traveling further west. I don't know, but I'll take it. Apparently we're right on the edge of the lava fields. They just go on and on that way. That was a great little spot for lunch. Love the variety out here. I'm anxious to see what we're gonna find heading in this direction. We are currently paralleling a highway, and I think here in a few miles we're gonna intersect it. And just to play it safe, give us a little more freedom to explore, I think we hop on the highway and drive to a little town called Baker, top off with gas, and then come back. I definitely would like the freedom to go explore and wander a little bit. The stark contrast of where the lava field ends is crazy. Multiple campsites along the lava wall as well. That's way cool. I think since we've decided that we're gonna go get gas, I mean, Rob doesn't need any, he's got the diesel, but I just want to play it safe. We're gonna turn off here and take a trail that goes into the lava field and go see what that's like. Apparently there are a ton of places to camp along this section, tucked up in here to the lava flow. Wow, this is way cool. And it looks like there's someone down here.
Got an RV back in there.
Yeah, definitely wasn't expecting that.
No.
But what an incredible campsite.
Amazing where people will take those things.
I mean, this is an incredible campsite. Wow.
Yeah, it is. This would be a great campsite. No wonder they're here.
All right, well, let's turn around here. Man, that is primo. We did run down the highway. It took about 30 minutes to get there and back, but now I got a full tank of gas and peace of mind to just be able to go, and if we want to get off trail, I mean not off trail, we want to go explore off the Mojave Road route, we can play. In the distance, you can make out the Soda Lake dry lake bed. I love driving on dry lake beds. Somewhere out there is the big rock pile thing, so we're definitely going to find it. But the goal, assuming that the wind kind of stays like it is now, it's still windy, but it's not stupid windy like it was last night. So, assuming the wind doesn't get any worse, the plan is to get to camp well before dark and hopefully just be able to enjoy camp. I think if we pushed it, we could be off the Mojave Road today, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to push it. I mean, we've made, I think, really good time. I've definitely gone faster than I thought we would. But from this point on, I kind of want to just be able to take my time and kind of see what's out here. On the other side of Soda Lake, it does change from being in the Mojave Preserve to being on BLM land. So we may actually camp on BLM land tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We're just kind of winging it. Well, we've reached the beginning of the Soda Lake dry lake bed, and this is not at all what I expected. This isn't a free-for-all. You got to stay on this road through here. I'm used to dry lake beds where you can just drive wherever you want to. Well, according to Rob, all this white crusty layer on top is salt. Kind of want to get out and take a lick, but I'm not. Well, here is the famous Mojave Road rock pile. you know, because desert reasons. If you walk up it, does it desecrate the rock pile? Isn't there something that you're supposed to bring a rock and leave it or something?
Yeah. And in the center, I think there's a thing down there. Look.
Oh, there sure is. Well, we do have some little decorative rocks. I don't know what that is. There's a little painted rock.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's from the Current River in Missouri. Should have brought a Buffalo River rock. Alright, well, since we're here, curiosity has got the best of me. Yeah. Is it salt? Indeed it is. Yep. That's salt. That's wild. Just layers of kosher salt right here. Now the question is, why is this covered in salt? Wow. Like, that was a thick piece of salt. I could have just scraped the top off of that thing, taken it home, ground it up, and flavored my food with it. If you can wash it. That was just legit salt. Alright. Just around this corner, Soda Lake ends. The Mojave Preserve ends, and BLM land begins. We are officially on BLM land now, outside of the national park. Well, now we're in little sand dunes. Where'd these come from? There's just so much variety on this thing. Okay, so far, this sand dune area is my favorite spot on the Mojave Road. This is awesome. It's fun. There's mountains around us. Yeah, I like this a lot. I think we have a plan. It's almost 3 o'clock. There is a canyon that we will drive through here. I don't know, maybe another 10 miles-ish or so. And I think we're gonna try to find a spot to camp in the canyon. Be a little guarded from the wind, maybe. That's our plan. Our other plan that we considered is complete the Mojave Road and then maybe go find camp in Johnson Valley. But I think Johnson Valley would leave us more exposed. So if we don't find anything in the canyon, that's probably what we're gonna do. So we'll see how this goes. But right now, that's the plan. Whee! Well, this is cool. Karen and Danielle turned this way to go explore something over here. Let's go see what. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 grave markers here. Very interesting and very random. RLH. What does that say? T-Bone Albright. 1939.
T-Bone and his wife.
Oh.
See wife right there, arrow?
Yep. Huh. Does this say anything? Roland Humston. Well, this person died in 2008.
Yeah, this one looks like it was 2011.
What?
So,
These aren't historic artifacts. I mean, at least one of these is older.
This one?
Yeah. I mean, I assume 1939 is the death date.
Yeah. Okay. The one old one. That's the one, the nice one.
Yeah. Huh. This one though. How'd you read this? Is that some unmarked or is that a fire ring?
No, this is another marker.
Really?
Yeah.
People are just dying to get up here.
This one was pretty recent. This was 2023.
Wow. Who is just randomly bringing their people out here to bury? William John Lynch. Interesting. Killer views up here. It's interesting that there's just this little bitty tiny little stream and the water is flowing. It does make me wonder what this is like after some heavy rains. Well, those definitely aren't Ozark water crossings. And apparently, you know, the end of the Mojave Road does have the big famous water crossing, which apparently isn't as big a deal as it used to be. Rumor has it that it's been filled in some by the BLM, I think. Well, as Rob indicated up at those little graves. We are in Spooky Canyon. It's a very cool canyon. I do like it. I don't know why it's spooky. Well, now we're just kind of wandering around slowly through Spooky Canyon, looking for a place to camp. We do see little trails here and there, but they've all got road closed signs on them, so that's a bummer. Right now we're not having a whole lot of luck. I mean, we could just pull over anywhere, I guess. That one's closed, that one's closed. Well, we just turned on a little offshoot trail and found this massive place to camp. There's a fire ring here, but kind of tucked into, I don't know what that's called. It's not sandstone. Mud cliffs. Kind of reminds me of Anza-Borrego and the Anza-Borrego mud cliffs. But it's kind of cool. May have to get the drone out and go see what's back there. But yeah, I think we found camp. It's 3:40. Got a couple hours of daylight left. It's gonna be good. Well, the sun is pretty much set. There's still a little bit of light, still quite beautiful. This is such a radically different night than last night and this morning. I'm so looking forward to going to bed tonight and getting a good night's sleep without feeling like I'm in a tornado. Let's see. Puppers have eaten. And it's time for me to eat, and then we're just gonna relax and chill tonight. No hurry to do anything. So, yay for that. Yes, sir. Yeah, you can't have this. Tastes good too.
I don't have anything. I'm done. I've had it.
Well, we've had a very enjoyable evening just chilling out here. We don't have a campfire. We never could find a place to buy wood, so, and it's really not it's not really cold enough to have a campfire. So, anywho, time for me and the pups to head up into the bed as well. Hope you enjoyed today on the Mojave Road. We will finish the Mojave Road in the morning, which will be the next video, and head into Barstow, and I need to go. I need to spend some time on the computer when I get up in the tent and figure out exactly what we're doing tomorrow. I'm not totally sure yet. So be sure and subscribe. Come back next week for the next video and see where we go. I have some ideas, but nothing set in stone. So we'll see what happens. But appreciate you watching. If you would, like the video. If you want to consider supporting the channel, gain access to special events, special content, all of our GPS data, tons of campsites and stuff that we found today. Check out the Patreon link in the description. And for all of our merchandise, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time.